IGN GameScoop.
Flora Dora.
So it's just intense, but it's still. I mean, it's just. No, I'm not being Flora Dora.
I just got my candy stolen. I've been Flora Dora.
All right. Can you please ask that freak, Greg Miller, what in the hell Flora Dora means?
Here we go.
Yeah, what does?
It's funny as all hell, and I want to use it instead of the overused pwned, but what if someone asks me what it means? Then I'll be the one Flora Dora'd. Depending on what it means.
Simply crediting me with Flora Dora is preposterous, seeing as how I originally said it, but Geddes has been my partner in crime in keeping it alive.
I think
he's embraced it as a term.
It was one of my favorite Greg Miller moments. The first time that Flora Dora came out, I don't even remember. We were in the podcast.
It was a podcast.
me.
Yeah, it was when Craig was trying to tell me that the Saturn didn't have the memory cartridge thing that you put in, or it didn't come out in America. And so we argued for a while, and then he finally somewhat said what I was saying, and I started screaming, and I just went on a rant about
You
how
have the memory. You have the mind of a steel trap. I swear to God.
only about my stupid old gibberish. Roper tells me to do something, I forget it immediately. And I started just going crazy, and finally I tried to tell you that I knocked you out like Phyllis Diller.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Well, because I was saying he was old and he got out of his wheelchair.
So your mind was working quicker than your mouth
Exactly.
could catch
Oh,
up.
yeah, it happens all the time. And so if I've gone back and listened to it, and I don't really say Flora Dora, I say something similar to like Phyllis Dora. Like, I don't know. You'll have to find this for your thing.
Is it worth $50? That seems a little steep to me.
$50 with what is the question? Is it just the system to have the
It must
power
just be the
adapters?
system. I mean,
You could buy a Dreamcast
It's a
at
playable
the
system.
Goodwill for $50.
There's a lot of good.
Less than
Does
that.
it come with a RAM cartridge?
It was never released in the U.S.
Yeah, it was.
No, was
the
it?
thing to plug in the back?
No.
Hell yeah, it was.
No,
I had it.
For what?
For the Sega Saturn.
What game?
Did I miss this?
What game?
I'm talking about the giant cartridge you plug in the back.
You plugged into the cartridge slot. That was
Yeah.
it. But that was just a memory module.
Thank you.
I'm talking-
Who just pwned Craig?
I'm talking
Down
about-
goes Harris. Down goes Harris.
Capcom had
10 years of withered and dried bones. It was like punching Florida's Doras. That's a real person. I just walked into the retirement home. Said, who wants to talk like they know everything? And Craig stood up out of his wheelchair. First time in 20 years since his kids left him there. And I said, let's go, old timer. And he said, in 1942, I saw Tom Sawyer break to life. What? The last video game. Boom!
You get out of your system?
Yeah, I'm
Are you done?
But,
Well, yeah.
so then we've picked it up since then. Me and Ryan is
It's
saying
just fun.
Flora Dora instead
Yeah.
of pwned.
So when you pwn Craig Harris, it's Flora Dora. That's
Or, well,
pretty
no,
much
just
what
in general.
And if you
He Flora Dora me earlier in this podcast.
if you Flora Dora somebody and they ask you what it means and you don't know, you haven't been Flora Dora because you came out first with Flora Dora. There's no way you're in a prime position there. You can't possibly be bested.
if they ask you what it means, just say, oh, you don't know?
And then walk away.
You're not cool, I guess. It was like punching Florida's Doras. Flora Dora 2008 scoopers recognize.